Hello, I'm David, and I'm here today to present to you LiMM Therapeutics, a novel biotech company in the neuro-immune field. We all know that whenever a patient suffers from a disease, the first line of action is to relieve the cause of disease, rather than maintain function. This might help, but in fact does not prevent the development of chronic disease and does hurt the organ and it loses function. On top of that, more than 30% of the patients that suffer from an immune disease are refractory to existing therapies and hence have no effective solution to treat their disease. That's why on LiMM, we decided to change all that and focus on the neuroregulation of the innate immune system to develop a first-in-class pipeline of therapeutic products to treat these diseases. By focusing on the regulation of the innate immune system by the neuronal-derived cues, we are able to induce a regenerative response within a target tissue that allows to preserve the function of the organ after an aggression. So, how does this all work? What we have discovered is that neurons actually do not communicate only with other nervous cells, as we thought before, but in fact, they also communicate with other organs in the system, particularly with the innate immune system that expresses receptors on their surface that are able to interpret and respond to these molecular cues derived from neurons. With this information at hand, we actually were able to understand the molecular pathways and from here develop a pipeline of innovative products that is able exogenously to induce a response within the organ and maintain the organ function after an aggression. To test our hypothesis, we actually focused on two different areas: renal diseases and metabolic disorders. In the case of renal diseases, and if we think about particularly the acute renal diseases, which have a high mortality and are responsible for more than 10% of hospital admissions in the world, what we have shown in animal models is that we are able to maintain more than 90% survival of animals after a specific aggression is induced in this system, comparably to only 50% survival in the control group. We're able to achieve these amazing results because the activation of the innate immune system induces a change in the tissue microenvironment that maintains the tissue architecture functional, and this allows the organ to keep their function. In the case of the kidney, the filtration that we all need to survive. In the case of metabolic disorders, the situation has the same paradigm behind. So we also know that the innate immune system responds to neuronal cues, and that this response in this case is very important because it changes the way we store and we manage fat. In fact, in models of morbidly obese animals, we are able to reduce the weight gain by more than 10%, which is striking. Importantly, this is not only about not getting fat. This is about reducing the weight gain, but also about the way we metabolize glucose and insulin, which is paramount for diseases like type 2 diabetes or type 1 diabetes that affect millions and millions of people worldwide. Who is behind this company? So the company was founded by myself. I have more than 10 years of experience in biotech, and by Henrique Veiga Fernandes, the world-leading expert in this field. To complement our skill set, we actually attracted a senior management team with more than 90 years of experience in the industry, and we are advised by international scientists from Pasteur in France or Harvard Medical School in the US, and we are backed by a leading venture capital fund from France, Venture Partners. Today, we have been able to demonstrate and mature a pipeline of first-in-class therapeutic products that are able to reverse these diseases in animal models. We now need to raise equity to be able to put these programs into clinical development. We are willing to do so either by a new investment round or by partnering with a larger corporation to fund the development of our molecules, so that we can complete the preclinical packages around the different molecules we have in-house and initiate clinical trials. This is the way that we can bring our science out of the lab and into the patients to help patients in need. Thank you.